cleaning the number one rack. As you can see here, the standard setting are 4 layers of the number one, and each one has the manual expansion shaft. Each one has the incoming sensor detector, and each one has the tension controller. And also, each one has the rectifying devices. All these settings is to make sure that you can make a very, very lighting up number one mask. And then now we're coming to this part. It is making the welding dots only on the melt blown number one. Camera this way, please. See here. These welding dots can be customized according to your own design, so it will be totally your design and no one else can copy your mask. And what if you do not need this job? It's easy. We can just remove this unit. And what if you need a very different design of the welding dots? It's also very easy to change these welding rollers. Now we can see this is a magnet detector for the incoming nose bar. And what if the nose bar runs out? It alarms, and the alarm will be shown on the touch screen, and the whole machine stops. In this case, the whole machine will not produce any defective mask for you. And this one, it is a cutter of the nose bar. These rollers, 1, 2, 3, are with the channels outstretching. It can make sure that the number one will be stretched out, so it will be flat. This is the second welding roller, which will cut the edges of the mask. And if you want a customized logo of your company, this one will do the job. So tell us your logo design and we will add it onto it. And let's come to this very particular part, the nose foam attaching unit. So what is it for? See this one? The 3M mask must have this one, right? It can make sure that your nose will be much more comfortable with this mask. And this time we are using attaching one by the air cylinder. It's not the same as our previous one anymore. So what if you need a brief valve on your mask? Our machine can create this hole for you. See? This cutting roller can not only cut the edge of the mask, but also cut the brief valve hole for you. So what do we do with the waste of this hole? There are 2 solutions. One, we can do like this one. See? The hole is only half cut. It remains on the number one, and it will go to the end even after the mask is finished. And then when you go to the next step, you need to add the brief valve. You can manually remove it, or you want this machine to automatically remove it. We can also add one more section for you to suck this waste away. But that will be customized. Now, let's move forward. This is the folding section of the mask. The shapes will be formed here. And if you want more foldings, this one will be also the job. And this one looks a little not that familiar, right? This is actually another magnet detector for the nose bar. It will detect the nose bar inside the mask. So this is a double guarantee for the mask quality. And we had all the yellow rubbers are for the traction of the number one. And this is the second welding for the outer shapes of the mask. So this is the third welding now. And next, it's time for the loops. This time we are using the rubber loops, and it will be by head loop, not the ear loop. So when we have the rubber loops, it's not welded. It will be stapled here. And again, we have the detectors for the incoming head loops. See, this way, camera please. And then we also, and the loops are fed by the stepper motors here. Camera. Now let's come to the staplers. There are two staples on the mask, so we need two staplers. One for the front one and one for the rear one, and then they will work twice on the same mask. 1 and 2. And the whole unit can be moving together with the same speed as the whole number one speed. And it is driven by the servo motor with the big screws and the slidings. So it is very, very precise and very, very accurate. And again, this is a very, very powerful job. So we are using a big motor here to make sure that it will not overload when it is at the work. This can guarantee that our machine can provide a much better job on its performance. And finally, we come to the final cutter to make the mask finished. See, after here, the mask will be cut off, and the waste will be collected somewhere else, and the finished mask is done. So this is a very long machine, right? Let's have a count on the emergency stops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are totally 5 emergency stops on the whole machine. This is to make sure that when there is any issue on the machine, we will make sure the operator will reach any of the emergency stop with the reach of their arms. So, see, we have do all our best to guarantee that our machine can provide you the best performance. So, should we have a look at how the machine running now? 来开一下机。And please allow my technician to connect the air supply at first. Camera this way, please.